Jessica had an imaginary friend, Butterscotch. Actually, Butterscotch was a horse, a little glass one with a golden mane who lived on top of her bookshelf. Jessica and Butterscotch were inseparable. They went everywhere together, even twice around the moon and back again. All of Jessica's friends, and in her make-believe world she had dozens, begged to come along for the ride, but she always said no. Every weekend she lay on her bed in her room all by herself and made up wonderful adventures about a world in which she was Miss Popularity, the envy of everyone, not the friendless, sad fifth grader she had become. It didn't used to be like this. Before they moved twice, she had lots of friends, but by the second move, she found it really hard to make friends. So, she spent most of her time on the weekends in her room, making up stories about Butterscotch and crying. She cried a lot, sometimes for no reason at all. The tears just seemed to come out of nowhere. Sometimes she sobbed for hours and had to gulp to catch her breath. "Jessica, go to bed. You have school tomorrow," her mother called from the bedroom. She could tell from the tone of her mother's voice that she meant business. "I can't go to school. I don't feel well. I have a stomach ache," Jessica shouted through the door. It was true. This was a familiar battle, one she won every Sunday night, and sometimes other school nights too. Jessica would wear her mother down with a catalog of symptoms. "I didn't sleep at all last night. I have a headache and my stomach ache's getting worse." It wasn't hard to sound believable because she really did feel terrible and didn't know why. Her head felt like it was going to explode, and her stomach was all tied up in knots. It wasn't just her mother that had caught on to this pattern of stay-at-home Mondays. Kids in school were onto her too, and didn't want to work with her on group projects. "Jessica's smart," they'd say, "but she's always absent. We can't count on her. Besides, she's weird and hardly ever talks. Who'd want to work with her?" Well, Jessica didn't care. Nothing seemed to matter anymore. What she really wanted was to be left alone. So what if she didn't get invited to birthday parties? Who cares about going to a skating rink or a movie with a bunch of stupid kids? Skating was stupid and movies were stupid, and so were every one of the kids in school. None of them understood a single thing about her. She felt so hopeless. Sometimes she wished she could go to sleep and not wake up anymore. She pulled the covers over her head and tried to forget it all by sleeping.